Family Matters started as a Perfect Strangers spin-off, but quickly found its own hilarious rhythm. For nearly a decade, the Winslows and their unforgettable neighbor Steve Urkel had us rolling in the aisles. While the show may be over, these characters hold a special place in our hearts. Let's take a moment to remember some of the talented actors we've lost who brought these iconic figures to life. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. Ellen Albertini Dao as Elderly Lady. The 1998 romantic comedy The Wedding Singer had audiences scratching their heads. Who was that tiny, energetic woman rapping Rapper's Delight? The answer: Ellen Albertini Dao, a veteran of New York City's Yiddish theater scene and a former drama teacher with a hidden talent for hip-hop. She had already graced audiences with scene-stealing roles in sitcoms like Family Matters and Seinfeld. But it was director Frank Coraci who saw a different side of her. Impressed by her rendition of a classic song during the audition process, he cast her in The Wedding Singer. The real surprise came at a 50th anniversary celebration in the film, where Dao's character unleashed an unforgettable hip-hop performance. Audiences were captivated by her unexpected talent and comedic timing. Sadly, Dao died on May 4, 2015, at the age of 101 due to pneumonia. Michelle Thomas as Myra Monkhouse. Love her or loathe her, she was unforgettable. Played by the radiant Michelle Thomas, Myra swooped in as Steve Urkel's love interest and became an instant fan favorite, or villain, depending on your allegiance to Laura Winslow. Myra's devotion to Urkel and her playful digs at Laura were pure entertainment gold. But the on-screen rivalry masked a real-life friendship. Jaleel White, the man behind Urkel's glasses, remembers Thomas fondly for her kindness, even amidst Myra's scheming ways. Tragically, Michelle Thomas's light dimmed too soon. On December 23, 1998, at the young age of 30, she passed away from a rare form of cancer. Butch Miller as the Bushwhackers. Known for most of their career as the villainous sheepherders, these guys were basically wrestling's bad boys from another country. But Butch Miller was more than just muscle. He was a wrestling chameleon, adapting his style and racking up titles throughout his career. All that hard work and skill eventually landed him a top honor, a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. By 2001, it was time to hang up the boots. Butch retired, leaving behind a legacy of wild brawls as the sheepherder and a championship win as a true WWE legend. Sadly, Butch passed away in 2023 at the age of 78. He may be gone, but wrestling fans will always remember his wild fights and championship victories. Mason Adams as Judge Vance. Mason Adams, the silver-haired actor with a folksy charm, brought warmth to every role he touched. Starting way back in the 40s, his voice became iconic as the title character on radio's Pepper Young's Family. But the small screen brought him national fame as the Emmy-nominated Charlie Hume on Lou Grant. Adams' signature twang and friendly demeanor made even the most intense newsroom drama feel like catching up with a neighbor. He wasn't confined to television, though. His smooth voice graced commercials and movies like FX and Paul Schrader's Touch. Adams died on April 26, 2005, from natural causes. Johnny Brown as Pastor Fuller. Johnny Brown's career spanned from the silver screen to beloved sitcoms, where his charismatic presence left a lasting impression. Starting in the 1960s, he shared scenes with icons like Sammy Davis Jr. in A Man Called Adam and Jack Lemmon in The Out-of-Towners. He also starred in the Diana Ross musical The Wiz. Television audiences embraced Brown early on with appearances on The Bill Cosby Special and The Mouse Factory, leading to a string of roles throughout the 1970s and 1980s. Whether voicing characters on The Plastic Man Comedy Adventure Show or joining the Chipmunks, his versatility shone. Continuing into the 1990s, Brown delighted fans on The Wayans Brothers and The Jamie Foxx Show. His legacy endures beyond his passing in 2022, remembered for his infectious energy and extensive contributions to film and television. Eddie Mecca as Charlie from Massachusetts stages to the hearts of Laverne and Shirley. Eddie Mecca's journey was extraordinary. With deep Armenian roots driving his passion, Mecca wasn't just an actor. He also ran an opera company in his hometown. However, Broadway's allure drew him in, landing roles that eventually propelled him to Hollywood. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Mecca kept his acting flame alive with guest appearances on shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island. But it was the new millennium that saw a resurgence in his career. Sadly, Eddie Mecca passed away on November 27, 2021, in Newhall, CA, at the age of 69. Julius Cary as Oscar. Julius Cary made a lasting impact on the screen long before CGI battles took over, delivering raw power as the unforgettable villain Shonuff in The Last Dragon. As a versatile character actor, Cary portrayed roles ranging from a basketball player on The White Shadow to a cab customer on Hill Street Blues, and a CIA agent in the comedy thriller The Man with One Red Shoe. However, it was his portrayal of the main antagonist Shonuff in the 1985 martial arts film The Last Dragon that became his most celebrated role. Despite initial critical reception, The Last Dragon has since become a cult classic, largely due to Cary's performance as the urban samurai. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Cary continued to leave his mark on television with recurring roles in sitcoms like Murphy Brown, Two Guys, a Girl and a Pizza Place, and Boy Meets World. Tragically, he passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 56 in 2008. Bubba Smith as Bones. Bubba Smith was not just a powerhouse on the football field, but also made a significant mark in Hollywood after retiring from the Baltimore Colts in the mid-1970s. Winning a Super Bowl as a defensive end, he transitioned to acting, prominently featuring in the Police Academy series. Smith often teamed up with fellow football legend Dick Butkus, their camaraderie adding charm to their joint ventures. Though not a Hollywood A-lister, Smith's gridiron achievements remained a highlight throughout his career, including his induction into the College Football Hall of Fame and the retirement of his college jersey in 2006. Sadly, Smith passed away at the age of 66 due to acute drug intoxication and heart disease, with phentermine, a weight loss drug, found in his system. His heart was significantly larger than average for a man of his size. Fred Willard as Vice Principal Mallet. Fred Willard wasn't your typical sitcom dad. He mastered the art of cluelessness. From his early days on Fernwood Tonight to unforgettable roles in Christopher Guest's mockumentaries like Best in Show, Willard brought hilarity with characters who were brilliantly oblivious, often with disastrous results. His deadpan delivery and knack for improvisation could steal a scene with just a raised eyebrow or a perfectly timed, Even in guest spots on shows like Everybody Loves Raymond and Modern Family, Willard's comedic genius guaranteed laugh riots. Sadly, he passed away at his Los Angeles home on May 15, 2020, at the age of 86, as confirmed by his daughter and representative, Larry Block as Mr. Seeger. Larry Block made audiences laugh from his early days as a child star to his seasoned career as an actor. His comedic journey began at just 11 years old, charming viewers in films like Slapshot alongside Paul Newman. He continued to bring laughter in movies such as After Hours and My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin. Block's versatility shone through as his career spanned decades, appearing in a range of films from Cocktail to Don't Say a Word alongside Michael Douglas. Sadly, Larry Block passed away on October 7, 2012, at the age of 69. Despite his departure, his comedic legacy endures through his numerous films and TV appearances, continuing to bring joy to audiences. Ron Taylor as Darnell Coleman. Ron Taylor started out just grinding. You know, there are lots of small roles in Denzel movies and shows like Miami Vice. He even played a ghost opposite Denzel in Heart Condition. For a while, it seemed like that big break might just stay a dream. Then bam! Bleeding Gums Murphy. This wasn't just any character. This was a Simpsons legend. The playing inspiration for Lisa put Ron on the pop culture map for good. But Ron wasn't a one-trick pony. He surprised everyone again by voicing the killer plant in the original Little Shop of Horrors. Super talented dude. Sadly, he passed away too young at 49 from a heart attack. Josh Ryan Evans as Stevel. Despite standing at just 3 feet 2 inches tall, Evans showcased immense acting talent throughout his brief career. He made a memorable debut as a sinister ventriloquist's dummy on Family Matters. However, Evans's repertoire extended far beyond eerie roles. He captivated audiences with a recurring portrayal as a child prodigy lawyer on Ally McBeal, demonstrating versatility beyond his physical stature. Yet, it was his role as Timmy on the soap opera Passions that truly endeared him to fans. Portraying a magically animated doll brought to life by a playful witch, Evans's performance earned accolades and solidified his status as a beloved character on the show. Tragically echoing the storyline of his character, Evans passed away in 2002 following heart surgery. Nia Rivera as Gwendolyn. Santana Lopez, the Glee character who fans couldn't get enough of, whether loving or hating her. Nia Rivera brought her to life with a roller coaster of sharp wit, hidden vulnerabilities, and a memorable same-sex romance. Born in California in 1987, Rivera's early career saw her in shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters. But it was Santana Lopez on Glee that launched her into stardom. Santana, the fearless cheerleader with a heart of gold, captivated audiences with Rivera's fierce performance and undeniable charm. Beyond lighting up the screen, Rivera showcased her vocal prowess in standout moments like the iconic Madonna episode. Her rise with Glee included winning a Golden Globe and a nationwide concert tour. Sadly, Rivera's life tragically ended in 2020. Her passing, ruled accidental after she bravely saved her son's life in the water, marked a heartbreaking loss. Yet Rivera's talent and spirit continue to inspire fans worldwide. Sherman Hemley as Captain Savage. Sherman Hemley balanced his days delivering mail with his dreams of acting, attending classes at night until fate intervened. Spotting his talent on Broadway, producer Norman Lear cast him as the irritable George Jefferson in All in the Family and its spin-off, The Jeffersons. Hemsley's electric portrayal, which earned him numerous award nominations, resonated deeply with TV audiences. His impact was undeniable, both as the ambitious African-American striving for success in a predominantly white world on screen and as a pioneering black actor who dominated 1970s sitcoms like no other. Sadly, Hemsley passed away at his El Paso home on July 24, 2012, at the age of 74. Succumbing to superior vena cava syndrome linked to lung and bronchial carcinomas. Arnold Johnson as Fletcher Thomas. From orphaned youth to surprise movie star, Arnold Johnson's journey is an unlikely Hollywood story. Raised from a young age, Johnson found his passion in drama. After graduating from NYU, fate intervened when he met director Robert Downey Sr. Downey cast Johnson in the lead role of Putney Swope, a scathing satire on advertising, making Johnson the first black lead in a major studio film. While Johnson's screen debut came with some behind-the-scenes challenges, his charismatic presence landed him roles in iconic shows like Sanford and Son, Shaft, Hill Street Blues, and even Family Matters. Over 40 credits later, Johnson left an undeniable mark on Hollywood, inspiring future generations of actors with his resilience and talent. Sadly, Johnson died in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 78. Rosetta Lenoir as Estelle Mother Winslow. Rosetta Lenoir broke the mold of the typical sitcom grandparent by bringing depth and vitality to her role as Mother Winslow on Family Matters. While many grandparents in family sitcoms serve up wisdom in small doses, Lenoir's portrayal was far more profound. Mother Winslow wasn't just a dispenser of sage advice. She was the emotional core of the Winslow family, her wit and wisdom integral to the show's success. Critics lauded her performance, and her co-star Kelly Shangine Williams credited Lenoir as the series' foundation. Lenoir's impact extended beyond television, leaving a lasting impression on audiences and fellow actors alike. Sadly, Rosetta Lenoir passed away on March 17, 2002, at Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck, New Jersey, due to complications from diabetes, though an article in TV Guide initially reported pneumonia as the cause of death. Donna Summer as Aunt Una ranked as the 8th most successful female artist ever by Billboard. Donna Summer's career was a remarkable journey marked by resilience and musical innovation. It all began with a groundbreaking 17-minute track titled Love to Love You Baby, which showcased Summer's powerful vocals and set the stage for her rise to fame in the United States. Despite facing challenges throughout her life, Summer continued to evolve as an artist. The 1980s brought shifts in musical trends, yet she made a triumphant return in the late 1990s with chart-topping dance hits. Unlike many disco stars, Summer's influence endured into the new millennium, solidifying her status as a musical icon whose legacy transcended genres and eras. Tragically, Donna Summer passed away on May 17, 2012, at the age of 63, at her home in Naples, Florida, after battling lung cancer. Ron Glass as Buddy Goodrich. Ron Glass was a television icon whose career spanned from the 1970s to the 2010s, leaving an indelible mark with his sharp wit, smooth style, and unforgettable voice. Best known as the sophisticated Detective Harris on Barney Miller, Glass brought charisma and wisecracks to the long-standing sitcom. His portrayal added depth to the spiritual shepherd book on the cult sci-fi series Firefly, endearing him to fans with his poignant performance. Beyond his comedic charm and spiritual gravitas, Glass showcased versatility by voicing the iconic cartoon Dad Randy Carmichael on Rugrats and tackling dramatic roles like in The Education of Max Bickford. A true veteran of television, he excelled in every genre he ventured into, solidifying his legacy as a multifaceted actor. Sadly, Ron Glass passed away in 2016, but his legacy of entertaining performances continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. David L. Lander as Oliver. David L. Lander wasn't just Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley. He was a comedic chameleon whose talent stretched far beyond his iconic sitcom role. Alongside Michael McKean, Lander honed his characters for years, bringing Lenny and Squiggy to life on the hit show and even to the big screen in films like 1941 and Used Cars. Lander's comedic timing was undeniable, but he also embraced challenges beyond acting. Following Laverne and Shirley, he found success in voiceover work and later became a spokesperson for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society after bravely sharing his own diagnosis in 1999. David L. Lander passed away in 2020 at the age of 73, leaving behind a comedic legacy and a testament to his strength in the face of adversity that continues to inspire. Perry Stevens is the TV anchor man. Johnson's journey to Hollywood stardom was improbable yet inspiring. Discovering his passion for drama early on, he pursued his dreams, ultimately graduating from NYU. His breakthrough arrived when he caught the eye of director Robert Downey Sr., who cast him as the lead in Putney Swope, a sharp satire on advertising that made Johnson the first black actor to headline a major studio film. Despite facing challenges behind the scenes, Johnson's magnetic presence led to roles in iconic shows like Sanford and Son, Shaft, Hill Street Blues, and Family Matters. With over 40 credits to his name, Johnson left an indelible imprint on Hollywood, serving as an inspiration to future generations of actors with his resilience and undeniable talent. Sadly, Johnson passed away in Los Angeles, California at the age of 78. Earl Bowen as Dr. Goodrich. Earl Bowen may not have had bulging biceps or performed high-octane stunts, but for sci-fi enthusiasts, he was a hero, the man who fearlessly analyzed the Terminator. Starting out on stage, he honed his acting skills before making his screen debut in 1977. That year, he transitioned from facing live audiences to sharing the screen with comedy legend Jackie Gleason in Mr. Billion. While Bowen is best remembered as Dr. Silberman in The Terminator, forever dissecting the unstoppable cyborg portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger, his career spanned much more. He appeared in beloved sitcoms like Making a Living and Who's the Boss, and lent his voice to cartoons such as Justice League. Sadly, Earl Bowen passed away in Hawaii on January 5, 2023, at the age of 81. Bea Richards as Helen. Bea Richards was a scene stealer, known for portraying mothers who were wise, strong, and often ahead of their time. While she is remembered for her Oscar-nominated role opposite Sidney Poitier in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Richards' career stretched across decades, leaving a lasting impact on both the big and small screens. In Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Richards portrayed Poitier's mother with a wisdom that belied her age, adding depth to her character's interactions. This same strength resonated in her television roles, whether as Bill Cosby's sitcom mother or the resilient mother of Dr. Benton on ER. Sadly, Bea Richards passed away from emphysema in her hometown of Vicksburg, Mississippi, at the age of 80, less than a month after receiving an Emmy Award. Paul Winfield as Jimmy Baines. Paul Winfield was a towering presence with an unforgettable voice. Born in 1939 in Texas, he burst onto the scene with electrifying stage performances. His Oscar-nominated role in Sounder, 1972, marked him as one of the first black actors to achieve such acclaim. Winfield's talent extended beyond the big screen. He left an indelible mark on television, portraying icons like Martin Luther King Jr., and captivating audiences in shows such as Touched by an Angel. From Shakespearean drama to sci-fi in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, his versatility knew no bounds. Though he didn't achieve the fame of Sidney Poitier, Winfield inspired generations with his talent and grace. Sadly, Winfield struggled with obesity and diabetes throughout his life. On March 7, 2004, he passed away from a heart attack at Queen of Angels, Hollywood Presbyterian Medical Center in Los Angeles. Tom Poston as Mr. Looney. Tom Poston was a tall, everyman actor with drooping eyes that hinted at more than met the eye. His career spanned both stage and television, often appearing on panel shows and portraying characters who, despite initial impressions, could surprise with bursts of logic and intelligence. In the 1980s and 90s, Poston was frequently seen as a sidekick to comedic talents like Bob Newhart and Tim Conway. However, many might be surprised to learn that he began his career on Broadway in José Ferrer's production of Cyrano de Bergerac, a role he reprised several times throughout his career. Sadly, after a brief illness, Poston passed away from respiratory failure on April 30, 2007 in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 85. His versatile talents and endearing performances continue to be remembered fondly by audiences. Matt Landers as Flint. Matt Landers brought a versatile charm from Broadway to Hollywood, captivating audiences with his talent and presence. Starting his acting journey at the Surflight Summer Theater after graduating from Notre Dame, Landers made a memorable impression with his powerful portrayal of Jesus in Godspell, and later as Sonny in the Broadway production of Grease. A dedicated actor and father of two, Matt Landers left behind a lasting legacy in both theater and Hollywood. After a courageous battle with cancer, he passed away peacefully on March 12, 2015 in Los Angeles. Who was your favorite character on Family Matters? Share your memories in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic sitcom tributes. See you next time.